Guten Tag, salam, shalom, assalamu alaikum. What else? Konnichiwa, ni hao, tang. What else do I have? Oh, buenos dias. Hi, guys. How are you? Good morning. Um, it is morning here in Los Angeles. What time is it here? I think we have 9. Um, so we're almost, I think, a little past 9 o'clock. But why? What time is it? It's almost 9:30. Wow. So why 9:30? Why the map? Part of my Hanging with Reaper show. This is Gallivant you soon. Gallivant to run around to do things. And the reason that we're here at 9:30 in the morning is because the rest of the world doesn't revolve around the United States. There's different time zones, and the cool guest that I have today is from this area over here. This is like right around this Caspian Sea area, like right around there. It's called Iran, ancient Persia. Alexander the Great fought them. The Greeks fought. Everybody fought them. We're fighting them. No politics. Anyway, so Iran is an amazing place. We're not going to be talking about politics. We're going to be talking about people. We're going to be talking about travel. We're going to be talking about what it's like to get out there and just see the world. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what country, what place you were you were popped from, because we have no choice over that. Our parents get together, bam, here we are. Our choice is to experience the world and to grow. And I love doing that. I love traveling. I've been to a lot of these places, and I love interviewing people that have also done the same thing, have the same passion. And this cool cat, we actually had him on another show that we did. We did an Iranian paintball show. And when we started chatting and I started finding out that he's also a world traveler, I said, dude, we got to have you on the show. We've got to talk to you about this little speck of dust that's floating in the cosmos that we always like. We're so hyper focused on like our little area, but when you realize, when you start traveling, it's just like an amazing place to see some just amazing people and culture. And we both share the same kind of feeling. So we're going to be talking about that today. Just our love and passion for travel. So I've got a big trip planned for my world tour in May. I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be going to Europe, and we're going to be hitting like maybe 7 countries. And the Middle East. We're going to be going to Israel, and we're going to be spreading paintball all over the place. So we're going to be talking about that later. But for right now, I want to introduce my cool guest. Let me see here. Where's my little? There we go. All right. Let me just bring this over and let me add him to the stream. Salam Chitori.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
You're not going to
I'm
say
good.
Mirsi Khubam, Khodafis, and all that.
Yeah, actually, it's in Farsi, something like that.
How are you, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. I'm going to try to bump up your volume a little bit. All right. So you guys, here's the deal.
Oh, oh,
We take our
hold
internet for granted in the States here. In South Korea, they have it everywhere. Everywhere you go, they take their internet for granted. But some places in the world, they try to limit the access to internet. And in doing so, sometimes you get choppy video. So for
Yeah,
the past half hour before the show, we've been trying our best to get Reza connected so we can have some time of clarity. This is the best we came up
yeah.
with, you guys, and this is good. Reza, can you see us? Whoop,
Shit.
he keeps on dropping
Sorry,
mic.
it's something.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
something is. Yeah, sorry, it's a bit
Don't worry
hard
about it.
here.
So Reza,
Okay, I'm here.
Reza's good. He's in good health. We managed to get to this, so it's great. This is what we're going to be using. Okay, so I'm happy. Reza, you're happy.
Yeah, sure. It's great to have you and talk with you. Everything is cool.
Everything is cool. I like it. Okay,
Yeah,
so Reza, um, let's do this. Let's do a quick little intro. Tell everybody you were born in Tehran.
yeah. I'm from Tehran, from Iran, and like 55 years ago, I just born here, and
Nice,
I just
55.
I yeah,
Well, okay, so listen,
I just traveled like
listen. Here's the
okay,
deal.
you go.
55 years ago, you were born in Tehran. I that was 55 5 years. So you're 5 years younger than me, and you've seen like all over your country. I understand that, but I need to know this. You got involved in paintball, and that's how you and I got connected, right? Okay, you
Yes,
got
sir.
involved in paintball. I want to let the people know your connection with that. You got involved in paintball. You were a ref. And what's your connection with
Oh
all of
yeah,
that?
yeah.
All of that.
Actually, it's a nice story. In 2002, uh, 2004, actually, we went to France for the first time for the Millennium Series. Actually, 2 years before that, we started paintball in Iran. Actually, for the first time, I was a player at that time, and then we went there and we just realized how the real paintball and the real show is going on, and so we like it. We came back and we're getting better and better, and then in a certain time, everyone said, "Okay, we need a referee team," and somehow they uh, accept me as a referee. So to not, I'm not the cheater. So they accept me for that, and then yeah, I become the referee officially, and then I get some uh, actually courses with Ulrich. If do you remember Ulrich
Yeah,
from Germany?
right.
He taught us a lot, and then I became the chief of the referee committee in Iran from the federation. So now I'm officially uh, as my uh, second job is to be a ref and managing the referees, and also the also uh, give them some lessons and expand the people in the refs in Iran. So this is how I go to paintball.
Like I said, you guys, we are even using trying to do a VPN in Iran to circumnavigate the situation. Where's your hair, Connor? So,
And yeah, this is the story somehow.
so you guys, we're getting a choppy.
Hey,
Riza, it's a bit choppy. Um, it's crushing my heart because I really
oh,
want people to learn about you. But right now we're getting a choppy video.
okay, it's I'm back.
Okay,
Sorry.
you can,
Uh,
yeah. Okay, that's okay. Listen. It is what it is, right? We can't do
let's do
anything
it.
about it, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna plow through. Don't worry about it. Um, well, okay. So I understand you became, and well, we understand basically. I'll tell everybody if you don't know that he basically was like the head ref. There was the PAL series in and the Middle Eastern series, and he was doing all the refing and everything. So he's um, uh, if if you're basically just United States centric, you're not going to know who this guy is. But if you're like in Euro, if you're in the Middle East, you'll know that this guy was like the big guy. So
oh,
anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's do this because I'm worried about your video. Let's do this. Let's jump into this. All right.
Uh,
When did you first get your passport, and when did you first say, "Okay, there's a big world out there. I want to take a jump."
I think the first time it was, I think I was about 10 something. It's 1970, before the revolution.
Right.
Uh, uh, my mother sent me to my family, actually. My mom and dad sent me to UK, to London, and then uh, it was great. It was great fun, and for a kid in that age, uh, I went to the British Museum. I buy some lots of dinosaur stuffs and things, toys, and then yeah, I came back, and yeah, that's a great part of my life. This was the first time at age of mm, almost 9 or 10.
That's amazing, dude. And back then, right, as a kid, such an adventure. You get on a plane, right? It's what is it? 6 hours from no, from yeah,
Mhm.
it's about 6 hours, right?
It's about 6 hours. Yeah, it's about 6 hours.
And back then, you guys had propeller planes, right? I'm just joking. You didn't have propellers.
No,
I'm just joking.
no.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. No, no, no.
Uh,
Yeah, you know what? It is an eye-opening experience when you are a kid and your parents take you even on a road trip or someplace. When you leave your neighborhood and you got to start seeing different things, and for for you to be able to jump into a plane at 10 years old, you don't know what's going on. You get there, there's hustle and bustle, there's customs, all this kind of stuff. It's just it's just like it gets into your head. And a lot of times, people are like, I don't want to do this anymore. And other kids are like, oh my God, this is what I want to do. This is my thing, right? So you
yeah,
okay,
that's
so
it.
then so the UK was your first stop at 10, and then did you have to go into the army after the revolution or before the revolution?
Uh, I'm not going to the army because I lost my father when I was 11. So it was like that. He passed away. So I don't have to go to the army for my military services. So yeah,
Okay.
I didn't see the war and stuff.
Yeah, the war 79. You guys, that was a no 80
Yeah,
80 80 79 80. Yeah. um because again, those kind of things can affect people when you are in a situation like that. Sometimes people actually turn to travel to to get it out of their system and everything like that.
yeah,
I've met a lot of soldiers that have PTSD or whatever else, and when they travel, it releases it. It gets they just get to be able to see. So okay, so then when after you're being 10, when was the next what was your next adventure?
actually, I traveled for actually I've been in like 34 countries or something like that.
30 34
34,
countries?
30 countries. Yeah, yeah.
That's
From
amazing.
actually all of Europe,
Yeah.
almost all of Europe, East Asia, almost all of it, like Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, almost not all of it. India, Russia, many places in Russia. Russia is a big country, so many places there, many cities. From I did the Trans-Siberia, so I see all the way
Oh, you see
from
everything.
Europe to Japan. Yeah, and
So let me
from
ask
that,
let me ask you this. Um, Russia dissolved in 1991. I mean, the Soviet Union dissolved in like 1991, right? Okay, you were
yeah.
traveling before
The,
that. So you were actually traveling in the Soviet Union, or
actually,
did
my
you?
first travel, it's a nice story. Let me tell you this, and it's a funny one. The Actually, the first time I was in, not in Soviet Union. They separated just like that time. They just separated. So I've been to Azerbaijan, and the atmosphere, everything was like the Soviet Union. It's not changed a lot,
Right.
and
Right.
in at that time they the Russian police they actually the Azerbaijani police. Let's say like this. They get money from the travelers and stuff. Something like they ask for money, and we just walking. I was with my friend, and we just have a backpack and something on ourselves and just walking around. And the guy said somewhere on the way to Baku. We're just walking, and the police come to us and ask for our passports. So we have visa and stuff, and we showed the guy everything was okay. But the guy asked for us for 2,000 rubles. And we said, okay, we have 2 rubles. We can give it to you. And the guy said, no, 2,000. And say, okay, who cares? We don't have it. And then the guy said, we take you to jail. And we said, it's okay. We want to sleep somewhere, so take us to jail. So the guy took us
Wow.
there. Yeah, it was fun. We go there. We want to sleep somewhere. It was almost evening, so we need a place to stay and sleep. And in the early in the morning, my friend has a kind of instrument, an instrument like it's not a guitar, but it's a kind of old Persian instrument. It's
Mhm.
called a tambour. Okay, and he really plays it bad. He's not a good. So like around 5 o'clock in the morning, he started to play that thing, and the guy getting crazy and said, why you do this? And they want to throw us out, and we asked for breakfast from them, and they said, go out before we kill you. So they threw us out. Yeah, that's my first story about in the early time that the Soviet Union is just disappeared, and the states getting like they have their own whatever government. So this
You
is a
had the
funny story for the first time in that time.
but you also had the guts to be able to say, "Yeah, go ahead, arrest me. I don't care." Like this kind of thing, where most people would like,
Yeah.
here's the bribe, take the bribe, right? But yeah,
No,
uh, I don't I don't
you
think I would do
know,
that in some countries.
actually, it was a part of our fun. Like we go to any country. Actually, here in Iran, we mostly uh, have challenged with the police and stuff. So it's for us, it's kind of fun to it is a part of adventure to get to the guys and make some fun and stuff. Yeah, we did it a lot. We did it a lot. One time in Nepal, or I also do that. Uh, I did that. Is it okay? Do you mind if I tell that story too?
Listen, I'm fascinated by your stories, so go ahead.
Actually, once we were at Nepal, at that time there are some Maoist groups in Nepal, and they fight with the king, and they are in the fight somehow.
Right.
And and on the way to the Everest base camp, they stayed on the way. They sometimes they like they stay on the way and ask for some kind of donates. They ask for donates, and mostly everyone gives them some money. Actually, they stay with some guns on the way and ask for donates. So uh, I was with my friend, the same friend actually. We traveled a lot with each other. We were together, and then I told my friend, his name was Mehrdad, and I told him I don't want to give these guys any monies. So uh, let's see what's going on. And then there are lots of European people from many countries, even from US, and they ask for like $10 or even more from everyone. So 10 euros, $10 something. And actually, the money is not important, but the fun is much more fun. So we the guy he reached to us and asked for the money, and I told them we don't pay. Go and tell your boss to come to see us. And the guy in the front said, uh, "Why you want to see the? Hello, can you see me? Hey, is it
Yeah.
okay or
No,
can?
no, we can
Oh, it's
see you.
okay.
We
So
can
I
see
just
you. Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So so yeah.
It's your video. I'm trying to adjust something on my end to see if I can get a little bit clearer. But that's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so
You're
on the way, the guy told me, we need the money, and I say I wanted to see your boss, and then they have nothing. They went and called the boss. The guy is coming, and we told him, guys, we are from Iran, and we are fighting with all the imperialists in the world, so you don't have to get our money. And then the guy asked our guide, "Are they from Iran?" And they said, "Yes, they are." So the guy said, "Okay, you don't need to pay the money." And then I said, "No, no, no, it's not enough. You need your flag and some kind of headbands they have with the three stars of the Mao on the thing. We need also these." So the guy give us some their flag and things, and then just we just laugh and pass away the thing, and we don't pay the guy the money too. So yeah, this is another
that's
fun
amazing.
story in our. Yeah.
So were you actually going to climb Everest?
Actually, not the Everest, but the Everest Base Camp, and I did the Everest Base Camp, Annapurna Base Camp, from Nepal. I did many, actually 5 times in Nepal. I've been there. So I've been mostly the highest peak I took was Island Peak. It's 6,000 something.
Wow. Okay. So did you go? Um, I mean, in the States here, if I want to go skiing, I can go to
Mm,
Mammoth or Big Bear and I can rent
yeah.
everything. Do you do the same thing? Can you? I don't understand. You couldn't? Can you go to Nepal and they have like
Yeah.
a pro shop where you can rent stuff?
Actually, no. Skiing in Nepal is not very. Actually, there is no place for skiing like that. You do, but in Iran we do it a lot. Actually, in 45 minutes from Tehran is a very big ski slope resort. So we just go there and skiing.
Okay, but in Nepal, if I want to mountain climb, where would I get the equipment?
Yeah. Uh, Normally, you must bring your stuff, but you can from there are travel agencies there, and they can rent you the stuff for climbing. And but let
Got
me
it.
tell you something. Up to the Everest Base Camp, you don't need some many special things. Just normal. It's a trekking. It's not a climbing. So
Okay.
it's not. So you can easily trek up to the Everest Base Camp. Sometimes they call it the Lovers Way. The lovers they went there for. It's not a hard way. Actually, I did it for my honeymoon. I went there with my wife, so we did it together.
That's
And
so
it's a
cool.
lover
Wow.
way. It's the lover's way. It's the lover's way. I can
That's
tell you.
amazing.
There is no internet.
That.
There is nothing around, and you just can take the hand of your wife and just walk for 2 weeks with no interruption.
Wow, dude, that's amazing. That is amazing. Tell me about Iceland.
I've not been there. I've
Okay,
not
have
been
you?
in Iceland.
You haven't been to Iceland. I thought that was like on maybe on your
No,
agenda of the one of the big things. Okay, cool. So,
but I've been close to the North Pole. Uh,
how close to the
that
North Pole
Murmansk from Russia.
from Russia, right?
Murmansk.
That okay.
Yeah,
So
Murmansk. Yeah.
let's explain to everybody what the Transiberian Highway the Trans-Siberian Railroad is.
Trans-Siberia.
Yeah, the Trans-Siberian Railroad is. Um, do you have a little bit of history of how that was made,
Yeah.
and then how it became like a tourist thing too?
Actually, I'm not. As far as I remember, I have to check it. But before the before in the Tsar time, not in the Soviet Union, before the Russian Revolution, they start to build this railroad from Vladivostok in the Japan's sea up to Europe,
Right,
like to St. Petersburg. So it's like
right.
11,000 kilometers, almost in the most way is 11,000. I think from Moscow to Vladivostok is about 8,000 kilometers, something like this. I'm not sure. You have to check it from internet, but yeah, it's something like this. So it's the longest railway in the world that you can, if you want to go like just all the way, it's like more than 8 days on the train. If
Wow.
you don't stop anywhere, just 8 days you can travel in a train. It's a great experience, and it's an iconic thing if you are a traveling lover, traveling loving lover actually. Yeah, it's very great to do this.
This is amazing.
It's a
Okay,
great experience, I can tell you.
is it still running? Can you still do this?
Yes, yes, it is. Actually, I did it with stops in some cities. But one of them is really I like it. It was in it's Irkutsk. It's in close to Baikal Lake. It's the biggest uh, sweet water in the world. So it's a lake, and I did diving, scuba diving in the frozen Baikal. That's
No.
another great experience. Yeah,
Oh, hey, hang
this
on a
is
second.
something.
Did you know beforehand, or did they? Can you rent the equipment there?
Yes, yes, you can rent it.
Okay.
There is place you can go there, close to the lake, like many other places. If you have PADI or CMAS, those kind of licenses, easily they give you the stuffs, and they come with you under the ice. You can have a great experience into the ice diving if you like it. But it's very it's a very sorry, it's very این چی شد جانم این افتاد این نمیدونم این چرا اینجوری شد
That's okay. Take your time.
just and something happened.
You guys, I'm going to show you
Do you
something
see
here.
me?
No, you're frozen.
I'm frozen. Just
I'm gonna show the
sorry.
guys in
It's
something here. Okay, so you guys look over here.
okay.
You've got the Africa,
Actually,
right? Middle East, Iran, India, Asia here, and then what he was talking about is the Soviet Union is one of the largest countries in the world, and so when he was saying that you could do the Trans-Siberian Highway, go all the way here. There's Japan, there's China, and then up here, this is this is where I think this is where Santa Claus lives. But from up here, the the railroad goes like that, right? And so, can you imagine 8 days of just being on a train? And well, you see a lot of country, but you go through a lot of different places. But yeah, but that's kind of the area
I'm back.
that he was talking about. I was just pointing out the
The Yeah, I saw it. The place that you show to the audience, up from, if you see the Mongolia, if you can find Mongolia on the map,
I think
up
Mongolia
a
would
little bit,
be back around here.
yeah, just somewhere there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Up there is the lake. Maybe you can see it on your map also. The
maybe that
lake
guy.
is Baikal. Yeah, that
Okay,
thing. That's it. Exactly. That's Baikal Lake. It's one of the most beautiful lakes uh, I, I ever saw, especially in the winter. It's completely frozen. You can go on it with your car or something,
Wow.
and uh, and it's so cold, even the waves can get frozen.
No.
It's yeah, it is. I have a picture, I think, in my Facebook profile. If you see it, it's a frozen wave. Just stay there.
That's
It's
amazing.
minus
Wow.
30, minus 40 something. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you
Yeah.
this: when you did the
Yeah.
when you did uh, the train through Russia, did you
Sure.
start in St. Petersburg or did you start by Japan?
Actually, it was a crazy start. It's another funny story. When I travel, mostly I don't know how I'm going and where I'm going.
Really?
Yeah, I just get some visas and stuff, and normally I don't get the ticket from my return because I don't know from which country I come back. So I just go.
I like it.
This is a so I started from Tehran. I just take a bus, and I want to do this all the way on the land, on the ground. I don't want to fly. I don't want to do it. I just want to be on the ground, on the
Okay.
earth, not on the sky, not in the
Okay.
sea, on the ground. So I just take a bus. First I think I can go to Azerbaijan, and then from there I go to Russia from a city called Makhachkala. Uh, from it's in the, but the things happen as I went to get the bus ticket. They told me, "Do you have the Azerbaijan visa?" And I said, "Okay, do we need visa for Azerbaijan?" They said, "Yes, you need. From Iran, you need." I said, I don't have it. So I tried to get the visa in the last minute, but it's not happened. So I think, okay, let's do it in another way. I go from Armenia, from Georgia, 1,800 kilometers extra. So I just went to Armenia, to Iran, and from there I take the another train to Tbilisi, to Georgia, and from there to a city called Kazbegi. It's close to the border of Russia. And then I went to Vladikavkaz, and from there to Moscow, and then so I took another 2,000 kilometers extra. So and then from Moscow to the Trans-Siberia to the Vladivostok. I have another funny story, if you like it,
I'm
in
not going anywhere.
Vladikavkaz.
Okay.
Actually, as far as I don't know where I go. Uh, uh, I was in Kazbegi, and I say, okay, let's see in internet when is the first train to Moscow from Vladikavkaz, and I check it and I say, okay, shit, tomorrow at 6 o'clock there's a train, and if I don't get that, I have to stay 2 more days in Azerbaijan or in the sorry in Georgia or in Vladikavkaz in Russia. So I say, okay, I have to do it. It was 9 o'clock in the night, and I want to go to other side of the border in the Russia from Georgia to Russia. And I asked a guy, okay, can you take me there? And said, now you want to go to Russia? I said, yes. 6 o'clock in the morning, I want to be there so I can get the train. And the guys accept to take us there. Uh, he's a cool guy. And then he took us at the border. Was so cold. It's the Kafka's mountains are very cold. Sochi is in that mountain also. The
The
Olympic
Olympics,
was
right?
there, if you
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the Winter Olympic. So uh, it was so cold that the Russian soldiers can't stay there. They just jump out of the train up and down like 5 o'clock in the morning, and their boss give them the vodka shot so they don't get frozen.
Damn.
So it was so cold. Yeah, and then uh, like 6 o'clock in the morning, around 5:30, we were at the Vladikavkaz train station, and the train station was closed. I say, okay, how it's possible? The train will be there in half an hour, but the train station is closed. And we just knocked the door of the thing, and a soldier came out, and we say, actually, I don't speak Russian. I just we make some pantomimes to talk with the people.
Yeah.
So uh, even I've been 10 times in Russia, but I still can't talk Russian. So I just
Yeah.
been there, and I asked the guy, "What's going on? The time is like in half an hour there should be a train, and what's going on?" And the guy said, "No, it's not. It's not 6 o'clock now. The time zone is 1.5 hour before, so it was 4:30, not six.
Wow.
So it
So
was so cool.
what did you do?
Yeah, we just stayed we just stayed out of the station, and it was so cold. We really get frozen. We just jump up and down and say, okay, but it's can we cannot do it. So we just knocked the door again. The soldier came out, say, okay, we are getting frozen. We are travelers. Just put us inside. And the guy said, we
Right.
cannot do this because we cannot open the station before the time. The cameras are checking, and we cannot do this. I say, okay, we are getting frozen. And the guy said, it's not possible. We stayed another 5 minutes. Another time, we just knock the door and say, okay, we want to come in. And the guy said, okay, it's not possible. And then the guy said, okay, I have to call the boss. So the guy go and wake up his boss. I think he was the boss of the station. The guy is coming and check us our passport and saw that we are travelers. And the guy said, okay, we cannot let you in. But we say, okay, what we can do outside here? We are just getting frozen. So I think in the end, he calls Putin by himself. And he said some
What?
guys are there. And somehow, I'm not sure, but it's a joke. But he called
I know.
someone, a boss in the higher level. And the guy said, okay, let them in. And we go there and we stayed there for 1 hour. 1 hour, and then the train came and we take the train
Wow.
to Moscow. Yeah,
You got lucky.
it's a funny one.
That's a
Yeah,
funny one. You got lucky. And that's the interesting thing about when you guys travel. Um, you're at the mercy of other people. And in our day-to-day lives, we have control, hypothetically, of our situations. And all of a sudden when you're traveling, you have to be like, hey, can you please help me? And in doing so, you actually see the kindness of other people, even in situations that like
a lot.
are dire.
Yes,
But that carries over when you get back home, and hopefully that then you'll pay it forward. But I'm saying that I've been in a lot of situations too like that, where you feel like, I'm an American, I control the world, I can do this, and all of a sudden you go to another country, and they're like, no, you don't. you're you're I need help. Okay, here it
yeah,
is. So when you start becoming a world mind instead of a local kind of thing, your whole perspective changes, and you go, listen, and then you're actually more sympathetic to when you see travelers when they come to your place. You have that kindred spirit. You have that brotherhood or something of saying, I've been in your position. I know what it's like for you to be in a foreign country, right? So yeah, it makes us better people, I think, by traveling. Wow. Okay,
yeah,
so
sure. Uh,
go ahead.
yeah, let me tell you. Mostly uh, couch surfing
Yeah, of
and
course.
hospitality. Couch surfing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know that. And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
hospitality club. These two websites are. Yeah, I did it a lot. Actually, I'm the Tehran city ambassador. Many guests coming to my home, and I've been to many countries, and when you go with the people, you really understand everyone. I, all of my experiences, I can tell it with no exception, was great. Everyone was cool. Everyone was helpful. They gave you whatever they have. They invite you to their home and whatever they have. Not and they are the normal people, the real people that it's like everywhere in the world. They are really nice, and they you can enjoy to spend time with them, and they gave you the best advices. You can get the best advices from the locals like them. And yeah, that's great. That's
Right.
really cool to meet the people around the world. And uh, I really enjoy it. Actually, I most enjoy to see the people than the places. I really like to see the people, talk with them. Yeah, the places are there for thousands of years, and they will be there too. But the
Exactly. After
people
you leave.
are,
Right.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
and
the
then yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
it's the culture. This is what I just enjoy so much about traveling is that I do love the historical places. I'm very into the World War II and history. To be able to touch places that I've only seen in the movies and stuff like that. But it's the people. It's the people that make it up. It's the sometimes when you, like you said, you didn't speak Russian and they didn't speak Farsi, so you
And
have
English
to
also.
in English, but you have to you work it out, and all of a sudden, well, I always say that a laugh and a smile is the universal language, right? You just doesn't matter what, it's just universal. So a lot of times you can pantomime, you can say I need this, I need that, and you got to be able to taste their food and sample their culture, and it's just something so special. Yeah, I
Yeah, that's
agree.
it. Uh,
So Rima's
uh,
asking a question. Nima's asking a question. Is there any country
yeah.
that you've never been to that you would like to go to?
Actually, I like to. In South America, I've been only in Venezuela, but I like to do it like from up to down, like to Chile, to Argentina, Brazil, Bolivia. I really like to see those countries, and I've also never been into Africa, so uh, those cities also is in my list. I like to climb Kilimanjaro if it's possible in Africa.
Wow,
Yeah,
that is
and yeah, that's the point.
that.
Also, I have a friend. He just been in many places in Africa. He told me let's do this together. So maybe next time we can meet Africa too.
I think that uh, when people get a perspective of how big Africa is, you can see this how big Africa is.
Yeah,
Um, it's um, it's amazing that there's so many different cultures that have been like from like the North African part that was part of the Maghreb, part of the Caliphate, all the way down to Ethiopia and there's Eritrea. You go down to South Africa. You go all the way to the East Coast, the West. It's amazing when you start to do that, to think about how big it is. I don't even think in our lifetime, you if you maybe spent 5 minutes in each country, I don't know, but yeah, to be able to bounce around, to ask a question like, what was, what would you be? That's crazy, right? But you do have obviously a list of places you like to go.
yeah. Actually, I you know I really like to do it, and I have plans for it. So I hope in my life I can see uh, at least another 20 countries.
I think so. I think it's possible. I Okay.
Yeah,
So
it is.
when you plan out a trip, is it harder now in 2023 versus when you were just like bouncing around basically in the 80s and 90s?
Uh, The only problem now is the exchange rate of our currency. It's not. It's very bad. So uh, now I can make a travel with $1,000 for 1 month. So it is now $1,000 is a bit expensive in Iran. If you exchange the money, we have to pay like 40 million 2 months for $1,000. So the exchange rate is so much. Uh, you have to manage this money before if you want to make a travel
Right.
at least, and you put the expense of the flight and stuff. So it's now because of the exchange rate is a bit hard. About the
It's a bit
traveling,
hard.
no, yeah, similar.
You still, well, okay. So I made a mistake about 4 or 5 years ago. We were in San Diego, and my son, uh, he's also adventurous, and he goes, "Let's go to Mexico." And back in the day, when I was younger, you didn't need your passport. You just needed a driver's license, and you can go to Mexico.
Mm.
And so I was naive a couple years, like 4 or 5 years ago, and he said, "Let's go," and I said, "Well, okay." So we actually got in to Mexico because you can walk across the border. We got into Mexico without our passports, and then they brought us into a room and they said, uh, "Where are your passports?" And I said, "Well, we're just California. We just wanted to." And the guy goes, "Okay, I'll let you in, but it's going to cost you, 100 pesos or whatever." And I said, "Whatever, okay." So we go in there and we're in Mexico, and then we're going around, and then we just there for the day. And when we came back in, we had to go back into immigration, and the American immigration said, "How did you do this? How did you just walk into Mexico?" And so I said, "I don't know. We just did it." So we had to ask, they asked like, "Where are you from?" Like they wanted to make sure, and they go, "You know what? You got very lucky because the Mexicans could have threw you in jail. We could put you in, in Guantanamo Bay. What the hell are you doing?" And I said, "You're right. Okay." When you travel a lot of times, sometimes you do things that are naive, but they get you into amazing situations, right? You're like what
Yeah.
like you said when you were hanging out with the Russian soldiers and they wouldn't let you in, right? There there's that kind of uh I guess in our society we like to overplan, and we like, okay, we're going to go here, we're going to go here, we're going to go here. Are you that kind of way when you travel, or you kind of like just point at the map and go, okay, let's do this?
Actually, I'm the second one. I start with no plans. Just think, okay, let's go to that country. I don't get uh, the hotel, nothing. Just go there. And as I told you, mostly I don't get the return ticket
Right.
because maybe I go to another country and I have to go back from that country back to Iran. So
Right.
I just take the one-way ticket and go there and see what's going on, what's happening.
You
And
never, but
I
you were never
enjoy the
worried about
adventure
getting,
actually.
but you were never worried about getting stuck, or like having to maybe go to the I mean, and some countries don't even have our embassies, right? Some countries don't have an Iranian embassy or an American that you can, if you're stuck,
uh,
you're stuck.
yeah, I know. uh, it happens, but it makes the travel much more fun. I can tell
That's
you.
true.
You have to
I agree.
improvise many things. You have to improvise many things. And uh, I have a special uh, in Venezuela. I can tell you, it happens to me
Wait,
that
wait,
on
where
the
where
way
was this?
back,
Wait,
uh,
where? Okay, Venezuela.
Venezuela,
Okay.
Venezuela in South America. Uh, I've been there. Actually, it's a great country to see. It's Angel Falls is there, and to go there is a real good adventure. You can do it on the Amazon Lake up to the there, and it's really great thing. By the way, um, on that thing, mostly when I on the way back, I spend all of my money, nothing left in my pocket. So I spent everything, and I went to the airport, and the guy said, "You have to pay to go out." I said, "Shit, how? Normally, when you're from another country, you don't have to pay for the
Right.
going out of the country. Uh, why I should pay?" And the guy said, "Okay, you have to pay like I don't know $60 or something to go out." And I don't have any money. And I think, okay, I will stay here and make some family and wife and something. So I will be there. Actually, it was before I get married. So I told the guy, okay, I will stay, no matter. It's your problem. You have to then throw me out. And then the guy say, oh no, it's not going to be like that. And think. So we start to talk. Then another Iranian guy was there and say, okay, what's happening? I say, okay, I forgot. I spent all of my money. I don't have money to go back. And the guy gave me some money. And then in Tehran, I gave him back. So then, but in the end, I check my wallet and I put some $100 somewhere that I hidden it. So in emergency case, I can use it. But
Right.
I forgot that I have that money. So that's so sometimes it's happened. And it's a story by itself, you know. If
It's a
everything
great
I can
story.
tell you, let's say like this kind of things is the story of the travel. You know, if I go, if I can, I cannot tell you if I go to, if I went to a 5-star hotel and something, I just can tell you, okay, I go there, I've been in a pool, I drank and something, and then they can then come back. It's not a story. It's not a story to tell other people like they laugh and they listen and they maybe enjoy the story. But these kind of things make your travel a story even for yourself. You can review it for many times. Each time you get a smile by yourself and think, okay, that was a fun thing. Let's even now you're old and you cannot do it, but you still smile when you remember that story. It happens to you, and
Right.
still it's a good reminder. Yeah,
Memories forever. Okay, I'm going to pop up some pictures and I want you to tell me about them, okay?
yeah, sure.
Okay. So this one first.
Okay, this is me from paintball. It's I think this picture took it's in Iran because I wear my head ref jersey from IMPL. This should be from the one of the tournaments in Iran, maybe 5 years or 6 years ago, something like that.
When you were the head ref.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's nice,
yeah,
right?
actually, mostly
Very
I'm the
nice.
head ref. I'm the bad
Okay.
guy. I'm the bad guy.
And the bad guy. Let me jump over to some colder weather. Ready? Tell me
Yeah.
about this.
Okay, this is Shemshak Ski Resort. It's somewhere close to Tehran. It's a black slope. If you want to have a good challenge, this slope is a good one.
Black diamond?
And I think, uh, sorry,
Well, we call them black diamonds, like the
Black
uh,
Diamond.
yeah.
Yeah, Black Diamond. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And what is this one here? There we go.
Okay, this is Nepal. This is a bridge in Nepal. Actually, it's like under it is like 400 meters depth, and the bridge is very moving. It's fun to
Right.
walk on this kind
It's
of bridges.
a swing
And
bridge.
yes, that yes, a swing bridge. And the picture on my T-shirt is a picture of my friend, the guy I've told you we've been in Baku and other places.
Right.
Actually, he
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, no. What happened? Maybe we can get him back. Excuse me. Well, that's live internet, guys. You know that. This guy is so cool. He's so interesting. He's such an amazing cat. Um, I so wish we had like a better internet connection, but it is what it is. Uh, this might have been the drop. I might have to do another show with him. He's gone. Oi. No worries. Anyway, sorry. We're going to see if we can get him back. And if we can't, we'll have to do this some other time. No worries. But like, yeah, like I was saying that I have a big tour coming up in May. Um, we're flying into Ireland and then going to the Netherlands and Germany, Poland, Czech Republic. We're going to do Belgium, France, and just promoting paintball everywhere we go. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to be doing a whole show about that, so I'll let you guys in on it. Um, and yeah, I hope you guys can join us. It's the Euro Big Game. It's going to be in Germany around the 17th of May, and we're going to be doing another couple shows about that. Um, yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Let's see if he's coming back in. I'm seeing something. I feel so bad for this guy. Okay, hold on a second. Excuse me.
Hey, is it
You guys,
okay?
did you have an earthquake?
Actually, the internet is gone, so I connect again. Sorry,
No worries. Um,
sorry.
it doesn't matter. I was just telling everybody that yeah, it was possibly the internet, and if we have to, we might just do another show with you again, like a part two. So I don't mind at
Yeah,
all. We can do it. You are so
yeah,
full of
sure.
stories.
The,
So I'm kind of
do,
excuse me.
do you want to tell you about the pictures, some pictures again, if you have
Yeah,
something?
yeah. We're gonna do some pictures. I'm gonna see if I can load up some more here. Hold on one second. I'm gonna do this, but let me just load something up here. I'm just going to check this over here and load it up. And I think we're cool. Okay. So you were basically telling us about your friend. Excuse me. You were telling us about your friend. What happened here with the picture?
Actually, he's passed away.
Uh-oh. We're stuck. We're stuck again. I think you guys, we're going to try to do a part two on this. What are you going to do? It's technology. It is what it is. Rima's asking what my drink is. Here we go. It's this one is just pure sparkling water. It says 0 calories, sweeteners, and sodium, nothing, nothing, and tons of innocence. So that's my sparkling water. You guys, excuse me. I'm gonna call this one. Uh, watch the game tomorrow. I'm betting on the 49ers. I don't bet. I'm going to bet on the 49ers. I think it's going to be cool to watch. For all you guys that are watching from Europe, I can see Hammerman. Hi, brother. Hope you're still doing good. And Martin, how you doing, brother man? Um, Nima, again, thank you very much for putting this together. And that's it. We're just going to pull the plug on this one because it's too choppy. So bye. Let me say, well, I'm gonna let's make this official, brother man. I want to do a part two with you. I want to make sure we can get better connection because you have such amazing stories. Um, and I feel bad that you keep on just getting stuck. So, um, do you want to do
Just
a
internet
couple more
problem in Iran
pictures?
now. Yeah.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's do a couple more pictures. See if we can get
If
through
it's
it.
okay for you,
Yeah, yeah. I just want to do. Let's do a
sure.
couple more. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
sure.
your friend here, he passed away, and I think in memorial you're wearing him on your shirt so he can still travel with you.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, sure. That was like that.
That's what I thought. I mean, an amazing. You're an amazing guy to do that. That's amazing. Um, okay, so let's do
Of
this
course.
here. Let me do
No,
this.
no.
Are you? Oh, are you okay with the audio? And
Are, are
Reza,
you okay? I just
I'm
try
okay.
to.
Are you? You guys are okay? Okay. All right, Reza. Let me do this one. Tell me about this picture.
Yeah, sure. Okay, it's on the same bridge.
The same bridge,
One thing I really like is that's an Afghani shawl. Yeah, it's this. If you see I have a kind of like it's called shawl. It's like a scarf, a big scarf. It's not a scarf for head. Actually, it's like a in
right?
Afghanistan they called it patu, but
Right?
it's like a blanket. I everywhere I took this with myself. It's very interesting thing. It's made from
Wow.
the camel wool, and it's very special. It's very special. Uh, Maybe in another time I will tell you the stories about Afghanistan and Pakistan. I did a travel on there, on the ground also. It was a great trip to Afghanistan and Pakistan. You can uh, I can tell you in another session maybe
I would
about
love
those
to
stories.
listen.
It was
Listen.
a great trip.
You are going to be my excuse me. You're going to be my go-to world traveler. So we're going to do much more videos once we get your internet set up. Um, you have such knowledge and wisdom about travel and the places you've been. So yeah, you're going to be my go-to guy when we start talking about some more travel stuff. I just really want to get you
Sure,
um, you know, uh, you know, hooked up. So we're gonna do our best we can
sure.
with that. Um,
It,
okay, cool. Um,
it's my
let
pleasure.
okay, let me do. Let me just do that here. I'm just trying to do more pictures here. Okay, let me do this one here. Uh, tell me about this one.
Uh, Nothing.
Nothing. This is from your Facebook. What do you mean nothing?
Mm. No, it's coming. Yo, it's coming. No, I saw it. Actually, I took a picture from myself in the mirror.
You're doing you're doing the first selfie. Exactly.
Yeah, it's a selfie. Actually, it was my wedding day. I took that picture. You can see my ring there.
I know. I know.
It was the first time I took.
I was very impressed by it.
It was
But
the
I'm
first time
also I need to see more pictures of your travel. Obviously, you know how to take pictures, so I was hoping to get more. You know, are you doing that when you travel? Before we had iPhones.
I will from Facebook. If you go to the album of Afghanistan and Pakistan, maybe you can see those albums there. You can
Okay.
find good pictures from travel. Mostly in my Facebook, most of my pictures are there, and
Okay.
I like to take pictures from the people and stuff. Yeah, you can. I will send them for you maybe for next time, so you have them.
Okay. Okay, I'm excited about that. Um, okay, let me see what else I have right now. Tell me about this.
Okay, this is Nepal. It was south of Nepal in a village. I just traveling around, and then I saw those kids. They are really cool, and we enjoyed to be have fun together. We make some games, and then we make a picture all together. It was a cool time. Yeah, it's a good
Wow.
reminder.
This is,
Just
you know,
walk
it's
around those villages.
and you're right, and that's the cool thing. Again, there's the smile. Look at the kids. You know, look how happy they are. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's the universal language. It's just amazing to be able to.
That's
It's
it.
not having to pay people and
No,
say,
and when you make the people happy.
"I agree, 100%." Tell me about this one.
So, okay, I have a signature. I mostly jump everywhere I go, and I am a good jumper.
I see that.
So I can jump high, and this is one of those jumps. It's in a desert in Iran. It was in Iran, I think.
It's a great picture. And then
Yes, in the central desert.
one
Yeah.
last. If you guys don't think that I think he should be a model. There we go. Look at this. Huh? Is this guy great looking? Tell me about the mountains in the back.
Ah. Actually, this is Russia, south of Baikal Lake. We went to the place called Ulan Ude. It's like from Ulaanbaatar. It's from Mongolia, and Ulan Ude is his it's his sister city in Russia. So we went close to the border. It's very close to Mongolia. This place, and it's close to the city named Ulan Ude. It was there, and yeah,
It's very nice,
shit.
dude. Okay, listen, Riza, you and I are going to work out your internet situation. We're going to figure
Yeah,
out if we have to do like a VPN or something like that. We're going to see what we can do to get you a clearer video and less distractions. But that's okay for the first attempt with this. I think it was okay, and I'm really glad that people got to really uh, uh, be introduced to you. You're uh, you're an amazing guy. My big thing is that
thank you
again,
very much.
I don't care about the politics or all of that. When you guys start traveling, you'll realize that um, uh, whatever your government thinks isn't usually what your people think. And so when you start to travel the world and you start to sit around and you realize that you have the same issues or the same connections about family or friends or drinking or food, um, that bypasses all the other politics. Excuse me. That bypasses everything else. You can just sit down and have a beer because a beer is a beer. It doesn't matter. And yeah, it's something special. I want you guys to go out there and start doing that. Start traveling. Start seeing the world. Uh, I got it. What do you think, Riza? People need to go travel.
It's great. I really uh, sorry. Can you ask again?
What do you think? We need to get people to go out there and travel, right?
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. When you see other people, the most interesting thing that for me is to understand that everyone is not thinking like me, like mostly around me, and then I realize how the variety of the people. everyone, everyone has their own opinion. They have their own God. They have their own everything. So this is great to understand everyone. Really great. When you're traveling, you have the chance to understand this meaning that everyone is not like you. Everyone is not like thinking like you. So they don't live like you. And this is very interesting. This is very interesting, and it can expand your mindset. It's like a paradigm shift for you. Each travel is a paradigm shift. Really, for me, it's like that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to say Auf Wiedersehen, adios, Lahitraot, Yalla. How do you say it? How do you say it
Arrivederci.
in Farsi? Arrivederci. How do you say it in Farsi? In Farsi,
Khodafez. Khodafez.
Hodafis.
Khodafez.
Hodafis is thank you, right?
Khodafez. Yeah.
Is that
No,
thank you as
Khodafez is
well?
like uh, God keep yourself safe. God keep you safe.
Okay, Hodafis. So God keep you guys safe,
Khodafez.
and we will again we'll chat with Reza at another time when we get a better internet connection. But for right now, I want to thank you guys for joining me. Reza, hang out 1 second, okay? And I'm going to put you in the green room, so don't disconnect, or I'll
Yeah,
see you in
sure.
the. Okay, all right, you guys. I'll check on you later. Shoot you soon, and bye.